Greetings. My name is Jolezya Hakasenke from Hillview Baptist Church, taking us through a series of devotions under the theme, Are you applying effort to grow spiritually? Are you applying effort to grow spiritually? We just concluded looking at the virtues that we must cultivate, virtues such as adding to our faith virtue itself, adding to virtue knowledge, where that's in 2 Peter 1, verse 5 through 10, adding to knowledge self-control, and to self-control steadfastness, to steadfastness godliness, to godliness brotherly affection, and to brotherly affection love. And today we are now in verse 8. For if these qualities are yours and are increasing, they keep you from being ineffective or unfruitful in the knowledge of our Lord Jesus Christ. They keep you from being ineffective or unfruitful in the knowledge of our Lord Jesus Christ. We see in our daily lives the fact that a lack of growth in and of itself is concerning. It is very worrying. So much so that if parents who have a child and they are feeding the child well, they are doing their part, and they notice that the child is not increasing in size, or their food intake is not increasing, all those things showing that the child is not growing, are deeply alarming. They are very worrying. And in like manner, a lack of growth in our spiritual lives must be very alarming. It must concern us that when we sit and evaluate our spiritual walk with the Lord, and we're hardly able to see growth, that we'll look within ourselves and everything is the same as it was when we became Christians. Or if we are stagnant, we grew up until a certain level and have stayed that way for a long time. That should concern us. It should worry us in the same way that a lack of growth in other areas of our lives worries us. And Peter points out one aspect that answers our question if we're thinking, how can I then grow spiritually? How can I then be fruitful in as far as my spiritual life goes? He answers this question in verse 8. He says, if these qualities are yours and are increasing, if these qualities are yours and are increasing, that is the primary condition. That if these qualities that we have looked at thus far in the series are yours, you have cultivated them, you have owned them. And he says, and are increasing. And you haven't just owned them once and then sat on everything and said, wow, I have cultivated these things, and now I have achieved this patience, this love, and I can now stop here. That is against what the scriptures are saying at this point. It is saying if they are yours and are increasing. What does this mean? It means this is a continual activity. It means from the day you are saved and become a Christian, you must continually cultivate these qualities. Not just once off, and not just clinging to particular qualities that may seem like they come easy to you, but cultivating each and every one of them daily, weekly, monthly, yearly, and you will then be able to see fruit. you will then be able to see growth. If these qualities are yours and are increasing, they keep you from being ineffective or unfruitful in the knowledge of our Lord Jesus Christ. So there we have it, dear friends. If these qualities are present in us and are increasing, if we are daily cultivating knowledge, adding virtue, that confidence to our faith, cultivating daily, adding knowledge, reading the scriptures, adding patience and perseverance, adding a God-word perspective, adding brotherly affection, and adding love to brotherly affection, if we are consistently cultivating these virtues, we would grow spiritually and be fruitful. Are you cultivating these qualities, or have you gotten comfortable in your Christian walk? May the Lord help us to cultivate these virtues, that we may be fruitful in our walk with Him. Grace and peace.